Hey, what's going on, guys? Reseller Tom here. Today I'm showing you my listing process, how I take photography. We're gonna be doing over 10 plus items for you guys right over here. So I'm gonna show you basically my routine when I list, how I do the photos, and all of that. And we're gonna show you guys right now.
Okay, so here is the pile of clothing that we're gonna do today. I think it's around 13, but here's the setup. It's just a simple carpet. I try to flatten this out as best as I can, and I will sit down on this chair and basically take the pictures this way. This is washed, so there's nothing on the little Sherpa blanket that I have. So this is just a blanket. I also have like the cloth everyone uses at Joann's, but this is just easier, it's more durable. It does kind of like have wrinkling, but it's fine, it doesn't really matter. I've taken some bad photos, I mean, they're all good photos, but what I mean is like it may show like the ground, or it may be like super ripply, but it still gets sales. So I don't think the background really matters, but obviously if it's presentable and it looks good, that's really what counts. So I'll just try to flatten this out, and I just do it on the ground because I have really good lighting right above me. So I have I use the lighting above me, and it's just a flat lay, and some of the top people on eBay do flat lay, so I'm fine with it, and I sit down so I don't break my back. But yeah, let's list all this, and I'll show you guys. So we'll just start off with something small, but this is a Hollister tank top. So what I'll do is I'll just try to lay it out as best as I can, and I will go and kind of just flatten it out. And once it's flat, it's pretty much ready to go. I don't usually take hair off or anything. Like obviously if it's super noticeable I will, but other than that I don't try to take a bunch of time to make it look really good. I just use my phone, so I try to, I go on the square and I go in the settings and I pick, I make the adjustments, so like anytime I go on my photos, it's at the last preset that I have it at. If you guys want me to make a tutorial on how to do that, let me know. But it's basically just square ratio. It's slightly on like a blue tint, just because I don't want like an orange haze on the photo. So if you guys want me to show you how to do that, let me know. I'll make a tutorial. But I'll just kind of get it from the side, and then I'll just get a bunch. You can do 24 photos now, so I just try to get a bunch. Nothing crazy. I used to really go in for crazy angles. The reason why I like iPhones is because you can really zoom in on the fabric. And so I'll try to just get everything. If there's any like issues with the fabric or anything, I'll obviously make sure to show that. I'll get the tag, and then I'll just flip it over. And then I also do measurements too. So this is basically it. I just try to make, and then I also have like the squares on my phone to really make sure it's all centered and everything. And I'll just try to get every single angle, like down low, and I just try to keep it all within the Sherpa blanket. I don't try to get the sides. Obviously if it's huge I'll have to. And then I'll get a ruler or measuring tape. When I first started I didn't do any measurements, which was stupid. I wish I did, because I hate when people ask me what the measurements are, because I have to go and find it, and then usually they don't even pay. And you have to do it really fast, because if you don't do it fast, then they're just going to find someone else. So make sure you guys do the measurements. It really doesn't take that much more time. That's basically it. So that's like one listing. That's the speed of how fast I go. And then usually the stuff is washed, and I like mop my floors every day, literally, because I'm OCD with it. So the ground is very clean, and I don't bring the outside in, so like the ground's super clean all the time. So if it's too big, I'll have to stand, and sometimes I'll have to rotate the blanket to make sure that it can get everything, but these pants are perfect, so sometimes I'll have to stand up. And as you saw, like, you know, even if you sit down, you're still gonna have to break your back a little bit on the flat lay. Eventually I'll probably do like the incline lay, but for now we're just gonna keep it like this, bare minimum. So I just try to get every angle possible. I'll zoom in. I love how the iPhone Pros, you're able to like zoom in and everything. And then I always get the tag, obviously. You should always get the tag and the fabric. Sometimes I'm too lazy and I don't get fabric. But if it's very like name brand stuff, people will know what it is because they can just check elsewhere. But yeah, I always try to make sure the frame is within like the Sherpa. I don't try to get like the floor or anything. So now that you can do 24, I don't really count. I just take a bunch, and then obviously we're gonna get the measurements for pants. You obviously want to get the waistline. The phone is sometimes annoying because it like rotates, but it's not a huge issue. And then I'll get like, and correct me if I'm doing like, if you would take measurements differently. This is pretty much how I take the measurements, and then obviously the inseam. When I'm taking the measurements, I try to get a picture of where it's starting from as well, just so people really know where the measurement is starting from. So that's 2. Pants are annoying. I hate doing pants because you really have to like walk around and stuff. So the vertical lay would be a lot easier for pants. And I could do a vertical lay, like I have the equipment for it, but just been doing this from the beginning, and it's just easy for me, and it's fun. The board also takes up a lot of space. So let's just do something that I'll show you how fast I can do it. So this is like smaller. I like small things because you can really just bang them out really fast. I'll try to get all the fast things out first, and then I'll work on like the bigger things. And I always try to have the garment like in the best condition possible being presented, so I make sure everything's clean. If there's a hole or anything, I make sure that I get it. I always get the tag and fabric. This is just an H&M shirt. I also try not to get my finger. I try to, because no one wants to see like your fingers. Then we'll get the back. I mean, this shirt's just going to be priced very low. But always try to get the best pictures you can. Because people buy a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised, especially nowadays, everyone's on a budget because, you know, the economy isn't doing too good, but a recession's all a mindset. Like, most people thrive in recessions. Like, some of the billionaires and millionaires are made in times where everyone's contracting. The real people that understand business expand. I learned that from Uncle G, Grant Cardone. And so the last thing you would do is contract. So I would recommend listing more, getting your listing goals higher, just 10xing, getting everything, really going all in. And a recession is just, like I said, a state of mind, and it's up to you whether you believe in it or not. But there's plenty of people that excel in times of scarcity. When everyone's contracting, the true leaders will expand, or the people that really want change in their life will expand. So ask yourself, are you going to expand or contract? That's what I ask myself every single year. Am I going to expand this year, or am I going to contract? Anytime I have poverty consciousness or I'm thinking bad, I always ask myself that. Is this belief serving me? Or is it a scarcity belief? So get as many pictures, boom.
Get the waistline. So yeah, I mean, for everyone, I'd recommend, if you can, I would really recommend to list as much as you can. Update your listing goal to something that is obtainable for you, something that you can really do every single day. And if it's 10, I mean, even if it's just one more, because, you know, we're going to obviously enter a crisis. You know, they're going to tell us that we're in a recession. It's a huge crisis. There's going to be a lot of people being bankrupt and all that, but like that's the time when you need to get ahead. And then when everything, you know, comes around to normal, you'll be extremely ahead, and you just want to obviously keep pushing. Successful people, they continue to push even when they reach success. That's another huge quote that I learned from Grant Cardone. If you notice it, I mean, successful people continue to work harder and harder. You know, the best time to get a sale is right after a sale. And, you know, in my marketing business, I would always get a sale and just celebrate and chill out for the day. And that's like the dumbest thing you can do. So this is a time to really lock in, get your sourcing down, cut costs, get as many high quality products as possible, and list as much as possible. And yeah, I mean, just really like I said, even if it's just one extra, really shoot for a higher listing goal. Spend more time on editing and going in and really adjusting item specifics. Make sure your titles are right. Go in every single day and really make sure everything is as optimized as possible. I have a video on, you know, the best title structure, so making sure all your titles are structured as best as they can. Doing new markdowns and coupons, experimenting with pricing. You might be overpricing stuff. If your store is totally dead, you might be overpriced. And then if you're able to, you know, you can try to sell similar. The best way to sell similar would be to take all new photos, change the title, adjust item specifics, and then sell similar. But if you don't want to take all the pictures, then at least alter the title a little bit. Alter as much as you can before you sell similar. That way, you know, it's your best chance of eBay thinking that it might be a new product. We have an All Saints tank top right here. This thing looks pretty cool. I'm not sure what it goes for, but All Saints is a pretty good brand. I don't think I've ever. Well, actually, no, I did sell jeans. I do have a shirt of All Saints, and it's taking a while to sell. So not the best brand, but I know that they really retail for a good amount. This one's very interesting. So I'll probably go to the bins after this, and I don't recommend going in debt, but I was thinking today, I was like, if I were to go ever in debt, like credit card debt, it would be obviously going to the bins. You know, I don't recommend going in debt for anything, but if you were to, it better be assets that are going to make you money. Because people do the opposite. They'll get presents, they'll get things, and it takes them years to pay down. Takes them years to pay it all off, and none of that's making the money. So I was thinking today, because I have a decent credit line, it's like, if I were to, then it would be obviously going all towards the bins and paying it all off within a month. Because you could really, I mean, it's crazy what eBay, the X's you can do on eBay. It's really a huge ROI. So that's not financial advice, but you know, it's better than
doing presents or putting it all your credit card on like a present or something that's not going to make you money. I mean, rich people, they go in debt and buy houses and buy assets that are actually going to make them money. But yeah, guys, stay consistent. We're going to have a really good Q4. I can feel it. The sales for me are like up and down. So one week it'll be crazy. The next week it'll be a little bit lower, which is weird. Because I'm like kind of listing. I've been consistent since I started eBay for the last 90 days. Oh, one thing that's amazing is if I was evaluated today, I'd be top rated. I just hit my 90 days. I think I'm at like 11,000 total sales in my first 90 days. Let me know what your first 90 days was. I'm very interested. Is that good? I think I'm around 11,000. And then like 40% of that is profit. Let me know if you think that is good. Yeah, when I list, it's just kind of like mindless. It's just going through the motions. I usually ideally you would want personal development, or in this case, filming. Making your time, like maximizing your time listing is very important because it's like you only get paid so much per hour on eBay. So if you can really get the most out of your listing, that's really good. So like putting on personal development, Grant Cardone's a savage. Jim Rohn's a savage. I'm just trying to do things for the camera that's gonna be just faster, and then I'll do all this big stuff later. We'll probably just do a couple more here, just because I just want to show you guys how I do it. It's nothing like crazy. See, the gray on gray is obviously not the best because it blends in on the photos. Especially this one's gonna blend right in. It's like the same exact color. So this is when I would want to get my other Sherpa one because it's lighter. But you can still like see it. It's just not. It's not good. It's really blending in. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, it would probably be smart to get all 24 photos, but I'm probably getting like averaging 18. So hopefully you guys are seeing how I'm doing the measurements, because people always ask for pit to pit and then the length, obviously, and then you just ask them to compare it to what fits them very well, and hopefully it matches what they have. So that's it. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this video up, and yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the bins after this. All right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Definitely consider subscribing. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments down below. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.